So, hello and welcome to the actual start of the AP. It's like episode 5. Um, and yeah, our brave heroes are gonna summarize what happened last time.
I can do it. This time I'll be quicker.
Yeah.
Okay. So, after everything we found out, or our suspicions about how the curse is passed on, we went to find Cassia and Marius Voculus, the children of Mela Voculus, because we heard that she disowned her children before, passing on, basically. So we found their house and had a chat with Marius, who didn't necessarily like us, but because he had a sick daughter, we offered, or Forgorn offered to treat her, and we talked to him, and he basically, he didn't know much, but he told us where to look for Manila's part of the contract, which we did then in a storage at Eastport somewhere. And there we found out, or like we found we found that the curse is, like we suspected, passed on to the primary inheritor of the cursed person. So the primary heir is, I think, what it's. I wrote down weird stuff. Okay, but yeah, that was basically our just confirming what we suspected, at least, and it's specified in the contract. So and we also found some evidence that Manila Voculus was suffering from the nightmares of fires. So when we stepped out to tell Arya, like, what we found out, that she should probably give up her inheritance, we were stopped by a ghost, or we heard some weird sobbing, went to investigate, and saw a weird spectre that we found out was a ghost who talked primarily to Kaelin, and told us to, in order to stop them, we should bring the last devil to them, probably referring to Gala. We should bring him to the pyre and stuff like that, and that she speaks for a lot of killed people. And so we don't actually even think about that. We're like, oh, okay, we need to bring Gala to die. So first of all, we go to Arya, convince her to give up on her inheritance, but we still have to pull up a legal document, which is they try to make that evening, and Kaelin takes all her stuff and leaves, but it doesn't seem to be enough. So the next day we have to actually get a professional and get her to sign all her rights as an heir away, basically. And at the same time, Kaelin, and this time Forgorin with him, go to the Gala family and try to get Iglesia to disinherit his children before he dies. And his daughter doesn't like that at all, but Kaelin rather convinces him that that is the only way. And after he does that, that same night, they also convince him that he has to come with them in the evening to, I don't even know what they told him, but they managed to convince him. So that same night they sneak in and sneak Iglesia out of the house, and bring him to the alley where we met the ghosts. The ghosts execute him painfully, I think, that he burns. Most of the crew is there to have like water ready and stuff, but it doesn't even seem to be necessary. Ignicio also, by the way, like he does at some point notice that something is off and tries to go away, but he's old and weak, so we just drag him there forcefully. He dies. At the same time, I'm just staying with Arya having tea. She's fine.
Yeah.
And that's it. And tomorrow will be the grand day of exaltation, and Marcella, told us she will be giving us a job there. And she gives us outfits for that, so we look the
Yes.
part. Yeah.
Mhm.
You get some
That's
very
it.
fancy outfits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I should add that to my inventory. Very fancy outfit.
you should, yes.
Yeah.
High fashion, fine clothing.
Let's say.
Yeah.
I think with Nita, she probably fantastic recap, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
The
Yes.
I think with Nita, she's probably going and just getting her old
And Kaylin
cloak
mentioned to
fixed up. Um,
Sorry.
bring the old guy to his death. Kaylin convinced him that he had found a way to put an end to the contract,
Mm.
but that he had to go to a different location in order to do some casting thing that the caster had come up with to break the contract.
Mm.
hmm.
Sorry, what were you saying, Lynn or Nitra?
Oh yeah, I was saying, well, since we're going to a ball, I feel like we should do a little describing our fancy outfits.
Yeah,
It's half the fun.
for sure.
Yeah,
You get fine
I think.
clothing, so you can add that to your inventory if you like.
Okay. I think for Nita, she still has for her various kind of fixations is getting her the big purple coat that you've been seeing her in. This like big nice silk thing. It's been very tarnished. It's got a lot of fraying edges. And rather than getting something new made, she goes and takes it in to get repaired and washed and perfumed and fixing up the edges and adding the gold thread that was removed and going and fixing it up to the point that it looks once more like a proper wizard's coat.
Yes.
Because it's her father's coat.
Nice.
Which is why it's a bit big for her, and looks kind of loose and flowy on her. And as well as getting a new pair of boots.
Yeah.
I think is maybe a few various metal adornments like some extra copper baubles to kind of little like dewdrop earrings along her big goblin ears that kind of hang down, little round things of copper and zinc and silver to
Nice.
go and add a little bit of flair there. And yeah, and she washes her head and stuff, goes and gets everything polished up. Hobgoblins have no hair, so she is, her head is a bit shiny after going and doing a full round at some of like the public baths and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting the oils and the perfumes and all that. Yeah, she for once the first time that you guys have seen, she looks the part of a court wizard, of a someone who would sit in a fancy chair looking at fancy reports and making fancy decisions about transmuting gold.
Nice.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing up. Yeah, big purple coat.
Nice.
So I think so. Kelsey is because he's kind of adopted something of the style of Tianjia. So he's wearing similar sort of kimono style robes again, but these ones are in kind of a red and gold color. And I put a little thing in images, but you'll notice that he's kind of got probably a little sort of embroidered sort of sun on one sort of lapel, and then the sort of the Lion of Taldor on another lapel. And he's kind of got his wakizashi kind of tucked through a silk belt, and he's kind of dressed very very, like I said, in a very similar style than you've seen him already. But yeah, he was kind of dressed up. He was dressed up already. He was already in fine clothes, and so he's kind of you aren't surprised to kind of see him in this kind of attire.
Hell yeah.
And obviously he's had his haircut and beard trimmed and things like that as well.
Since we were given the cloth, or at least part of it, right? So it's probably not super inappropriate.
You were given a line of credit at Lady Martella's favorite clothing store.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna wear something super slutty, but I'm gonna wear, Cyril is probably wearing only like small earrings and stuff and has his head polished and everything. But he's wearing a dress. Probably
Nice.
something orange and
Nice.
flowy, but it's a dress.
Awesome.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, I know that's not that much. He probably also has his I don't know if that's a fashion thing back then, but I decided that for Cyril it is. He has like nail polish, which is also orange. I think he's wearing orange today.
Nice. Sunshine day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I feel like Kaylin would be in a fine blue shirt with a dark navy cloak draped over his shoulders and black pants. It would also have probably black earrings on with blue gems in them, all to try and help hide in the dark if such a need arises.
I mean, jewelry
yeah.
is a big thing in Taldor, so it makes sense everyone's wearing earrings.
And I have the most ears to
Oh,
wear
yeah.
earrings, so I can wear
Yes.
more earrings to be more important.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
It kind of she kind of jangles when she walks a little bit
Aw.
with their full set. I don't like this described as Barbie pink, but that is the color, or magenta. There we go. It's a magenta coat. That's the word I was looking for. I was trying to find the shades of pink, and it's like Barbie pink. I'm like, I can't describe something in a fantasy world as Barbie pink.
This Barbie has a sword.
This Barbie can summon beetles.
Yeah.
I mean, I would absolutely buy Wizard Barbie. You know.
I wonder if I'm still carrying around my bow, if it's like a festive thing.
Yeah. So about the rules of the Senate. So you are allowed to wear ceremonial armor, breastplates, and light armor, but no other types of armor is permitted. You're allowed to have various spellcasting accoutrements, but spellcasting is not permitted within the building without written approval. As regards weapons, you may have light and one-handed weapons inside the Senate building. Ranged weapons and two-handed weapons are not allowed inside the building. And any weapons that are brought in must be peace-bound.
Okay, what about shields?
I think you would probably, if it was like a decorative shield, you probably would be able to bring it in.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I'm just not bringing anything.
Okay.
I wonder if I'm wearing a wig today. I have 2 wigs. No, I don't think I
Is it
am.
like an ugly powdered wig, like one of those ones with big
No.
curls and stuff?
Oh, shit! I should have done that, but no, the ones like I decided on 2 before we started playing. I don't think I'm wearing a wig today, but that would have been funny. Once I have enough money, I'm gonna buy a 3rd one that's ugly and powdered.
Nice.
But for Gorum, you
I
still
do
need to
think
describe.
Yeah. What's for
I
Gorum
do
up
think
to?
knowing those rules, I'd probably have had my leather armor like touched up and cleaned up to be decorated for such an event.
Yeah.
So I'd have like fancy blue armor that I'd be wearing. Because I got a rapier and stuff like that, so it means that I can go in with all of my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Nita's only weapon is her casting cane, which is already like a fancy aristocratic thing. So that's sorry.
What's peace touched, or what you said earlier?
Yeah.
What does it do?
So peace-bound means that the weapon is sheathed and tied in a decorative cord.
Okay. That's a fun detail. I really like that. Okay, Fulgorum, what are you wearing?
You're on mute.
You're muted, bro.
Sorry, I'm going to go get my chainmail all done up in decorative, and it's going to be in black with a blue, red with a blue trim, silken stuff over the top of it, and just get full blown like decorative earrings that go across the whole outside of the ears, like the dragon styles.
Nice.
With probably just some blue gems or fake blue gems put through it.
Chainmail is medium armor, right?
Yeah.
But if it's fancy, you can still wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's like my breastplate style thing, yeah. And as long as it looks fancy and everything, and then it's all good.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I can't do much because I guess I have to leave my hammer somewhere.
Do you want to borrow some? Well, you can bring your clan dagger.
Yeah, the clan dagger's staying.
Yeah.
I'd never be without that.
Yeah.
But it has to be piece bound as well.
Mm.
Probably in a dark blue cord.
All right. So, I forgot to turn on the music. Whoops. Anyway, Martella has given you various missions. Or she's given you a choice of missions. There are. I'm just finding them. Yeah. So, when she meets you, the evening before the Grand Day of Exaltation, she tells you about the various missions she has available for you. She needs someone who will act as a senatorial aide for her. She needs someone who will uncover the voting intentions of 2 senators. She needs someone to discredit some senators. She needs someone to make an impression on a certain baron. She'll need someone to sabotage something, someone to spy on someone, and someone to steal something.
I couldn't write that all down.
Right. What's the sabotage something? Is there any more info with regards to that?
Yes. So, she's gonna want you to, So she's gonna want you to, sabotage a bottle of wine that her half brothers are donating to the Senate gathering.
Oh, that would be so tempting for Nita because she has beef with those guys.
And you probably know about poison and shit.
Yeah, actually I have crafting, so yeah, I would know about alchemical poisons, things like that. And also I could pick up, I could bring Mage Hand ahead of time to mess with that. But that is spellcasting, and I'm not very deceptive, so that might be a bit of an issue. But if I could, I do think that Nita would probably be best served doing something with either the making an impression on somebody with her courtly graces, or knowledge at least of courtly life, or maybe the senatorial aid thing. But damn it, that sabotage sounds fun.
To give you a bit more information, the senatorial aide will need to use athletics or acrobatics to deliver messages very quickly. Influencing the nobles will be perception. Fraud will be perception, deception, society. In making an impression will be influence checks or intimidation. The sabotage is society or brewing law, and then thievery. Spying is deception or stealth, and then perception. And theft is unsurprisingly thievery.
Okay.
There's only one thing I'm good at there.
Do all of that.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, you don't have to do all of them.
There are more than 5 things that are available, right?
Yes. So you can do multiple if you like.
Sorry, can you go over them again? I just need to.
Yeah, I'll copy and paste them into the
Oh,
thing.
That's good. Okay.
So the only one of those jobs that Kaelin couldn't really do very well is the poisoning one.
And there's only one
And
job
I
I
have
can
a
do
feeling,
well.
feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we'll all agree that I'm probably going to be the best suited for the thievery one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I think politicking would probably, politicking would be the best bet for Neder, I think. So I think I can take that one on.
Mhm.
Okay, wait. First things first. Do we have anyone who has perception? Like
You're
at
We all
all?
have perception. We all have perception.
Yeah, but like as in more than 3.
More than 3.
Kaelin
I've
is
got
the
4.
best at perception.
Let's see.
As I said, I can do all of those jobs except the poisoning one. Like I
So they-
could do the poisoning one, but it's the worst for me.
Yeah. So I think make an impression on the Baron's probably the best one for Kelsey, because that's influencing rather than perception. And
Aid is the best one for me.
I
Yeah.
probably need something that's purely social. Like I neither have society nor I'm stealthy, but I also don't have thievery. Like I probably need to be someone to.
You're not
You have
acrobatic.
acrobatics.
Ah, yeah, true. I have acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could also be the aid, but I also think for Gorham probably. Like I think for Gorham is probably as good as athletic as I'm in acrobatics, and he's probably worse in all the social shit. So.
Yeah,
I'm
thievery
bad
would
in
be...
the social shit.
So.
I'm
Oh.
-1, but I've got a +1 to thievery.
Okay. Then maybe the social things
And-
Cyril can handle, since Cyril is doesn't have a lot of scruples in terms of well, okay, you are good from what I heard, but you got the social skills, and none of us
And
are
I'm at
really
least-
good at perception.
Yeah, true. And I'm at least well known. Like people don't necessarily like me, but or like I'm not well known, but like they either they don't know me and then they don't hate me, or they know me and then they are like, oh, you're that person. I have heard about you, and then I'm like, yes. So it's like, yeah, I can try.
Okay, then I'll handle the sabotage. And I think I can think of something.
Okay.
Kaelin can do the other the spy and the theft.
What was
If he wants to do
the?
them.
Yeah. What was the uncover voting intentions again, Jay? Was it?
That's
the
discovery one,
and-
perception.
Can try that. Oh wait, I'd probably better try like either fraud or politicking. Because
So I'm not very good at deception type stuff. I don't think so.
Are you-
I'm good at diplomacy and society. So I think make an impression is probably the best one for me. But then also maybe the discrediting one, possibly. But also,
I'm not good at fraud either. Shit.
Yeah. Influence
Uh,
checks aren't just diplomacy stuff, though. They're also things like knowledge skills or things like that that you can use to go and kind of express influence. At least from the rules, it seems like they're often spread out between different types of skills. And intimidation is the only social skill I got. So that's otherwise I'm so great with some of this stuff.
Yeah,
What's
I've
the
got
social
all
skill?
the social skills.
I could also go for the spy thing. Like not the thievery thing specifically, but the spy thing should be okay.
Oh yeah, you're super sneaky, ain't you?
Yeah,
But,
relatively.
To let everyone know, my 3 best skills is acrobatics, stealth, and thievery, all of which are +7. All of the other skills I have, I'm trained in, except for nature, occultism, and survival. Everything else I'm trained in, so most
You
of
should
my skills
probably-
are +5.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should definitely only do like you may be the only one to do 2 tasks then, but like I have acrobatics and stealth and I'm good at performance, deception and diplomacy and the rest is bad. So
Okay, So let's see. We have a total of 7 tasks, and I imagine if we get more of them done, it will help us out more. So we have. It seems like Fulgrim is going to do the diplomatic aid thing. So you got the good athletics and acrobatics.
I'm good
the
at
good
athletics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barge your way through the crowds to deliver a message.
Bloody oath.
Oh,
I'll just like
wait.
pick people up and move them out of my way.
Naked face coming through.
True, actually, you're
Kelsey,
probably
you
really
said-
polite about it. You like just.
Yeah. Yeah. Just excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
So Kelsey was interested in discovery. Do you want to do discovery and possibly fraud, right?
So I think the make an impression with making influence,
Politicking.
diplomacy. So diplomacy or deception, I'm very good at.
Fraud would make
and-
sense then.
and
You
a bit
also
of
have the best perception score.
I think the fraud
Perception,
thing. The fraud thing
Yeah,
is
perception.
someone who also needs to have society. Does anyone here who has like deception and perception also have society?
I've got
Nope.
I've got a bit, and it looks like I've got the best because it's showing up blue on my user interface.
Yeah. It's I'm looking at the party overview and it says you have a 5 and nobody else has above nobody else is better than that because it's 3 3s and 1 4. So we are not the most perceptive crowd. So okay. So probably fraud would be good for you then, since you've got some charisma skills and politicking. I feel like we could probably either do, but I feel like given I've got a lot of intelligence skills, I could probably find something useful. And okay, then we need spying. Cyril wanted to do spying.
I could wait. Let me see. Yeah, I could at least, but I bet at perception, so I probably have the worst perception. I mean, maybe shared.
I can't see perception on this thing.
Where are you
I
all
think
the
my
looking
overall
at?
perception is
thing.
+5.
Yeah, yours is the
I'm
highest.
looking at the
then
actions tab.
mine.
Where are you
Yeah,
even looking
yours-
at?
Oh, sorry,
yours
that's
is
my
the
bad.
I'm looking
Kaylin
at the
has good
actions tab.
perception. That's my bad. I mixed
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kaylin's the
Kelsey
best at
is in.
Because
perception.
I'm
I'm
expert in
second.
perception.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you all seeing your stats? Like your stat, like not your own.
The party overview, when you're in
yeah.
the characters page in the top right, there's a button to see everybody's stats and
Yeah.
their attack bonuses, things like that.
Haven't seen that.
I don't see that. Where is that party?
Very
Yep, there
top.
it is.
Very top.
I see it.
Top right.
Yep.
When you're on the actors tab, under that.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. This is handy.
Hmm? Party. Ah, yeah, okay.
It's Cyril. You have good. No, you don't have good society. Someone else. Okay. Then seems like thievery or spying are probably gonna be your best shot since it's deception or it's dexterity.
I'm okay at thievery, but I'm not trained.
Yeah. I've got.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'll be better at thievery.
Another thing is you can. So you have individual missions, but if you need to help each other, then you can do that.
Okay. Then I can.
It's just you have to bear in mind that they won't necessarily be happening in the same place.
Or maybe the
Gotcha.
sabotage thing you can like share them because like neither can just make something spicy and then we can like
Well,
sneak
like-
it in and stuff.
What was our plan for this? What was the thing that we need to do for the sabotage?
Yes. So Martella will give you a syringe which you need to inject into the wine. That will make it. That will putrefy it basically. So it's important that the wine is actually served at dinner, and appears to just be a really bad quality or a forgery, but it has to actually be served at dinner. So you can't just like
Is there a
smash the bottle.
chance-
I've got the
Is there
best
a chance
society
that-
party, and
But is there
And it's also against
I just,
tribes of hers.
just had an idea though, because this is something that I'd actually spoken with Jay. I don't know if Jay remembers, but I'd actually spoken about this idea with Jay before we even started the game. But I kind of want to know if maybe we could get away with using a blow dart with alcohol dose and make them drunk that way.
I remember that. Yeah,
Because I
that
got the blow darts and the alcohol ready to go. If that's the goal, if the goal is to get them drunk.
the goal is not to get them drunk. The goal is to have the wine be embarrassingly bad.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I think I would take care of that because I got the best society and okay thievery, but somebody could maybe support me there. And it's also against personal enemies of hers.
Yeah.
The Lothieds.
Mm-hmm.
And
You set up the talk, and I can do the thief.
Sounds good. And okay, then and I can also contribute to politicking since I got good int skills. So
Yeah,
we
I
can.
think-
Yeah.
I think I need to do either politicking or aid. I think I'll just really mess up in all of the other things.
So I
You
think
got a
if
plus
you
4 to thievery.
if you start with a discredit activity, that's using deception.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, true. Like we can discredit like altogether. That's true. But I have bad perception and even worse society.
So I can start off with the make an impression bit. You start off with a discredit, and then I'll come and join you, or you come and join me, as and when needed.
Well, you
Shouldn't
guys
maybe
let
for
me
the
know where you need my skills at.
for the
Wait,
dis-
guys.
Mhm.
What is discredit here? Because I feel like I'm looking at the list they post in the chat, and
Oh,
I think
I
it's
feel like
fraud.
fraud. Yeah.
Okay, fraud. Gotcha. Okay.
But if I start on fraud, then I probably have to like hear all of their opinions first, and I'm again not good at perception. So if I start that and I just get something out of it that just isn't helpful, then
You're as good as any of us, except for Kaelin, who's going to be busy stealing stuff initially.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Martella can give you more details on the missions. But she does have some other things to tell you and offer you. So she offers each of you a badge. I'm putting it next to the Senate, so you can see it over here.
Right.
She explains that. Where's it gone? She explains that these badges once belonged to the staff of a senator, Senator Voritas, whose family was involved in the Senate for nearly 1,000 years before dying out about a century ago. They identify the PCs, you guys. Sorry, I was just reading. They identify you guys as the attending staff of a senator, and she notes that because they're from an extinct senator line, they will identify you as guests rather than sitting senators or the staff of sitting senators. So you each get one of these badges if you want to grab that from the box. And they are part of a set attuned to a Master Senator badge, which Martella has. She can communicate with you, two-way communication with you, via these badges, if necessary.
Does she have to initiate that, or can we initiate it?
I believe she needs to initiate it, but I'm double checking.
I can.
Yeah,
hear that.
she has to initiate it.
Okay. Yes. And we're hearing about this before our daily preparations, right?
Yeah, this is the evening before the event.
Okay, I'm gonna bring.
But you're not allowed to use magic, so.
Yeah, but I have message, which is just a verbal component, so it's pretty. If I can find a quiet place, I can maybe use that to.
Is
Yeah.
there detection stuff around on the senatorial, or is it
What do you mean by detection stuff?
like
Like to
detect
detect if people are
from magic?
casting magic. They wouldn't be able to do that unless they were in the room at the same time.
And what do being decently familiar with this sort of stuff, could I make a society check or something to know what the sort of security things like that we might have to watch out for would be out of this? Given I would assume Nieder's probably been to the Senate before at some point, for like one of those like, here's what your boss does.
Yeah.
That's it, 20.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, blind shit.
No worries.
Yeah.
So, and we can just keep that for now. But yeah, you would know that there will be plentiful guards. There will be the Taldan phalanx will be present. There will be guards at the stairs leading up to the Senate, the 100 steps that lead to the Senate. There will be guards posted throughout the building. And yeah. You also would know that, I think you would know this about the Senate badges. There is a slight penalty to trying to lie to guards when you're wearing one of these badges because they're that of an extinct senator line. So you're taken like a -1 to deception checks against guards when you're wearing these badges.
I relay that, but in a very in a know-it-all way. Yes, you need to be careful. This is not some simple smash and grab job. She goes and looks at the mercenaries. This is a matter of delicacy. There are guards aplenty, and we are, in fact, committing fraud already by walking in there with these badges, given they do not entirely demonstrate legitimacy. If we show ourselves poorly, that could reflect on our future endeavors here. And I'm sure you are familiar with the matters of decorum, of honor. Hope so.
I'll have to know that most matters I deal with are of a delicate nature, and I'm quite delicate with them. Thank you very much. I don't do smash and grabs.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time pretending to be on. Yeah, well. We'll see.
Yes. We have our missions now. We execute this, and we should make sure we are not noticed, particularly when we don't want to be. And when these are completed, Martella, where do we find you to ensure these things are sorted out? What then?
Yeah, so she says she'll meet you the morning after the vote. She will meet you at the cafe that she met you in the first time. The one near Senate Hill.
You will not be present during the assembly?
Oh, sorry. So she will be present during the evening of the gathering. But she says that she would.
Aren't I going to be alright?
Yeah. She explains that she would rather not be disturbed if at all possible. In fact, if you complete your work without needing her to clean up after you, she will double her fee. She sighs and says, "Just once in my life, I would like to simply enjoy a gala I attend rather than scamper about with clandestine busy work."
I think your microphone's going funny.
Oh.
Jay.
Sorry, which bit was not audible?
That's better.
Oh, okay, good.
Nope. Yep. Maybe.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
It was audible. It was just funny.
Okay.
And the with the vote and stuff,
Mhm.
the would we know what the vote is about?
Oh yes, absolutely. I thought I mentioned it, but I might not have. It is a vote to determine whether or not agnatic primogeniture will be kept in the Taldan imperial line of inheritance.
Yes.
As you would probably know, the current Grand Prince of Taldor, Grand Prince Stavian, has a daughter, and his son died many years ago.
Yes.
So the vote is as to whether or not women should be able to inherit the Grand Throne of Taldor, effectively. Because if that is the case, then that solves the brewing succession crisis. If that is not the case, things might happen.
Yes. So keep in mind, you louts and scoundrel sorts, that we are making history here. We are part of history. And if we make fools of ourselves, we shall be recorded in history books as curs. So, or at least as buffoons.
Scoundrels, louts, find your language. We shall. I'm sure
I
we shall all.
concur.
I'm sure we shall all approach this with the appropriate decorum, the appropriate sensitivity. We should act always at all times in the best interests of Taldor, and clearly avoiding civil war or avoiding disruption of the line of succession is clearly in that interest. And obviously, speaking personally, I have an interest in seeing this roll out more widely as well.
Well, while I think that part of Taldor definitely deserves to crash and burn, I see no reason why a woman shouldn't be able to inherit the throne. So
Yes.
yeah.
And remember, chaos is will and it kind of gestures sort of vaguely in Caden's direction. Chaos will always impact the most disadvantaged amongst us more thoroughly, as we saw with the fires and so on. So we have a duty to do what we can.
So tempted to say it. So tempted to say it. In many ways, chaos is a ladder. No, nobody's seen Game of Thrones? Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I saw a gif of that just the other day.
It's Littlefinger's whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think Nita is that fucking psychopathic. So, well, very well. Well, we shall meet again at the gates of the Senate.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Before you go, Martella does have one last thing to say to you. You all have your own tasks to accomplish, but I'm counting on you to support one another to ensure success and discretion. If you need assistance, kindly ask for it, and if your assistance is required, give it. I trust your activities won't occupy your entire evening, so by all means enjoy the party and make friends. This is an excellent opportunity for you to work on your own political ambitions. But do be discreet.
All right.
Discretion is the key. Woohoo! I'm totally discreet.
Right. Good evening.
And
yeah.
I'll be playing the part of a noble that evening as well, so I'm putting on the full part. I'm going to be an equal to you guys.
So, Are you all ready for tomorrow's gathering at the Senate?
Yes.
I,
Alright.
let's do it. Let's see, any spells I want to bring. Is there anything I have that is like has no verbal or somatic component? Temporary tool is it doesn't have it says it doesn't have any components, but I'm guessing that's a mistake. Also it conjures a shovel.
Hey,
Oh,
keystroke is verbal, so as long as like the person I kill with it dies, I'm good. Like as long as no one hears me say it and like lives to tell the tale, I'm good. I'm not planning to kill anyone, by the way. Just
I think I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna bring Thoughtful Gift because that seems really useful to have on hand. I think the place is indoors, so helpful.
Yeah.
Useful if something goes down. But Thoughtful Gift lets me. I can teleport an object from an object of up to a light or negligible bulk object to a target instantly, and so can kind of do a sneaky pass if somebody needs to palm me an item.
Alright. So, the 18th day of Calistral arrives. By, it's a clear sky today, and everything looks to be going well. At around 4:30 p.m., you are gathered outside the Senate, waiting to be admitted. There is a very, 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 very long line dedicated to senatorial aides, noble attendants, minor noble attendants, and others deemed people useful to people who are important.
What does the building itself look like? Like
Yes.
what sort of place is this?
So the Senate is a large, kind of slightly T-shaped white marble building with grandiose columns carved with scenes of the nation's history. There's a flight of precisely 100 steps that ascends to the main entrance, which is where you are waiting to get in. And those steps are meant to remind senators of their duty to the people.
Kind of like this, sort of looking place.
Yeah. Let me put you on the map.
The British Parliament. Oh, okay. Got big, fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, with the kind of like one of the big Buddhas, the giant steps.
Is that I say that and I just think of a Stargate ship?
no, that's not bad.
Let's see. What does British Parliament look like? Is it kind of a? Oh wait, no, that's the
no,
big
it
square.
looks brown.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like kind of a bit ancient Roman, kind of a bit like neoclassical maybe. I'm not good at architecture.
Okay, so kind of like I feel like the Hofburg's a pretty good.
Oh yeah,
example
that one you just posted is good. Yeah.
Oh, it's tiny for some reason, but
no worries.
It's the little.
Yeah. Like that, but more columns.
Okay, Mid-Journey, give me Hofburg, but plus more columns.
So just to double check, so the make an influence, is it Baron O'Kara?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And I forgot to put Lady Martella in the area where she is. So let me just grab her.
There we go. Okay.
She will be in the gallery, so let me just put her up there. The gallery is represented by the area up here because this is a one-floor map. Let me just make this. Yeah. So the gallery contains.
And that's a lot of people.
So, about the influencing checks and stuff. The ones with red token outlines are major NPCs. The ones with the same style but the pale grey are minor NPCs, and the ones with this type of border, they can't be influenced. They're just people who have names but are not influenceable.
Onlookers.
Yeah.
All right.
Or they're there for influence for when you influence the room as a whole. So as you are
Nothing. It was a dumb joke.
oh, okay. As you're standing in line, you see various people trying to sell you things, novelty Taldan flags, pieces of historical memorabilia. Kaylin, you recognise that they are completely fake. Yeah, it's tiring. You're literally in the queue for hours. About halfway through, an inspector, a Vajrani inspector, asks you to step out of line and meet her for a random inspection at the base of the steps.
Very well.
Is that going back the way we came, or is that closer to the place?
It would be going back.
The base of the steps? That'd be like at the bottom of the hill that we've just been waiting in line for.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
she's only asking us. It's not a yo, I'm going through the line and like checking up on everyone.
No, it's a random inspection.
Yeah, just randomly pulling people out of the line, having a chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash my badge and try to be intimidating. Do you know who I am? I'm here on important business, and I can't be delayed. I'm going to.
I will comment on that and be like, "Oh, pish posh, we're all waiting in line here. It's not like we're being delayed anymore." As I step out for the random inspection.
Okay.
18. Flashing the senatorial badge.
Yeah, she doesn't seem impressed.
This is absurd.
I know she's only doing her job. Let's assist her in doing it as quickly as possible, and then we'll return to our place in the queue. And I'll kind of just give her kind of a steady look to whoever's behind us in the queue.
Yeah, I give whoever is behind us a radiant smile as I step out, just to like guilt them into letting us back. Yeah.
Alright. So, do you go with her then?
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
Kind of just quietly speak to Nita as we're kind of going, and I just say, "Remember, we're trying to be low key."
Important business, and I don't see them selecting one of these rabble to go and do this inspection. I imagine it's given. He gestures at herself. Do you see any other goblins in the line?
Would we have seen other people get selected for these inspections?
A couple people, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a huge number though.
I'll point those out to Nida. Other people do get selected. These are random inspections.
Yes,
yeah, but it's true that they randomly chose the one group that has a hobgoblin and a part human. And a dwarf, I guess, but dwarves aren't like looked down upon as much.
A part human. Ooh, I don't think that's PC.
Are you referring to me as part human?
No, I'm referring to me as part human.
Oh, okay. I thought the fetch look.
No.
I'm gonna take offense to that if you call me a part human.
No, because no, it specifically said in the player's guide that half humans or part humans, is what it said actually, are looked down upon. It's a scandal.
Okay.
Yeah.
My people are looked down upon too, and we're not
of
human
course.
at all.
True. I already forgot
And
about that.
the insult.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But like, if that's what you mean, I'll just look at you completely confusedly. I meant that, and I like pointed my ears. Sorry, that I didn't mean you. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't have any of that filthy human blood in me, so I just want to make sure.
Sorry.
Yeah. Nita's just gonna kind of glare and nod along with
Present
Cyril
company
and glare at
excluded, of course.
the humans.
Is the guard human?
Yeah, she does appear to be a Vudrani human.
Yeah.
So
With
she leads
knowing
you.
that, Kaylin would be keeping hushed by saying it.
Alright. And she does lead you down to a little kind of section of the kind of the gardened hill at the bottom of the hill, the gardened area at the bottom of the hill. And she mentions something about she says, my name is Kathan Zalar. We have a common friend. Now, let me inspect you. And she glances over you, looking for. She seems to be looking for weapons, bombs, poisons, anything obviously not allowed, or anything that will be not
We
well
have
hidden
that
enough.
syringe. Do we have that syringe on us?
Yes,
Are we getting-
Martella did give that to you.
Okay, then probably whoever's good at hiding things would probably. I imagine that probably Kaylin. You got it in your boot or something?
Yeah, I'd probably sneak it somewhere. Probably like, someone discreet, probably on my near my torso area where I can keep close watch on it.
Under your
But
belt.
yeah, it would be somewhere discreet where it kind of blends in. Probably because I'm wearing my armor piece, so I'd probably put it somewhere that kind of blends in with the armor that is easy to overlook.
Yeah.
Common
Alright.
thread, friend. Which friend?
She rolls her eyes a little and says, "You're not one for subtlety, are you?"
I'm not one for getting tricked. I'm not going to have somebody lying to me and pretending to be my ally when they're trying to, pull something over on me.
I assume, and I can touch his badge. I assume it was the donor of these.
Kathan then and says, "All right. None of you are particularly. You all seem to be concealing anything you need to be. And I'll give you a few tips if you need to. If you need them. So yeah,
course,
you can have a +1 bonus, circumstance bonus, on thievery checks to hide things, or deception, thievery, or stealth checks to hide things for the rest of the night.
Nice.
And then she. Sorry?
Easy.
Never mind. Continue.
Oh, okay. She then ushers you ahead of the line and into the Senate proper.
Thank you.
As I just remarked to Nida, and you wanted to expedite things by staying in line.
How was I to know that she was some scoundrel?
Sometimes being quiet and just listening will give you the answers you seek.
He goes and shakes it off and adjusts her coat pointedly. And goes and waits at the door to be shown in.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally clicked stop on that. I think this is the right track. Right, so you are welcome to enter the Senate. The 100 marble steps ascend to the Senate of the Talon Empire, where Hundreds of nobles, senatorial aides, and visiting dignitaries mingle within and without the grand halls. So there are a few areas. This is the Grand Arcade of Triumphs, the first area, which celebrates Taldor's abundant military and political glories. Then over here, you have the courtyard, which is courtyard and also the Senate exterior. So like there's like gardens and patios and even a makeshift zoo. So yeah, that's going on. Then here, this bit is the Emperor's Hall, which is a gathering space. Technically set aside as property of the Emperor, but no Grand Prince has ever actually maintained an office in the Senate building, so it's just kind of public meeting rooms. It can also be used as a quiet space where you can meet privately if you need it. Then upstairs we have the gallery, which is represented over here. The second floor of the Senate building, which is an observation deck for events on the main floor. You also have the Imperial Archives up here, which kind of could have used a bit more care, really. Then in the central circular area is the actual Senate floor. Normally closed to non-senators, but today it's open to special guests and would-be nobles. And then this area to the south is the servants area. So,
And do we know where has the emperor, the prince himself?
He has not arrived yet.
No. Ah.
Yeah. So feel free to move about the map. So the way the social rounds work is you can do one action per social round. One action each per social round, and you can move about freely throughout the building. That does not take an action. So yeah, you should also be able to hover over the various NPCs to see their names.
Yeah, not all of them, but most.
Oh, which ones can't you see?
That one there, yep.
Right.
Up in the. There's one there.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Just those two.
Yep.
Alright, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think Sir Kelsey would kind of just sort of walk through. It's kind of it's like when you kind of get to a party and you kind of just sort of kind of stroll in, kind of scoping out who's around and who's there, and he's kind of obviously keeping an eye out for the Baron. So he'd kind of just sort of make his way through, just kind of kind of that kind of awareness of who's talking to who, and
yeah.
you kind of pick out, I guess, the high strategos and kind of as he kind of comes through the courtyard, I guess he'd kind of see the princess, and I think he'd just kind of give a kind of a bit of a nod towards her, just sort of respectfully, whether she sort of sees it or acknowledges it or not. It's kind of less important than he's kind of done that, and then obviously work his way through to the Senate floor.
Alright.
while I go and make my initial rounds through, who is there anyone here especially who I would remember as like that Neder's father worked with, or was kind of a one of the people that she would have known as like an old colleague or something to her father.
So there are some of people who are magicians of certain types. So one example might be Viscountess Octavia Nicodemus. She's an occultist. There's also where's his name gone? Where did I put him? More importantly, Grand Duke Avanathus is a magus. So either of those two could be familiar people, familiar faces.
Okay.
Is
she
there?
goes and... Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll ask afterwards.
Well, Nita is going to go and she moves through, going and puffing her chest out and walking with dignity there, feeling kind of a bit of a sense of like, I am back here, and going and shooting kind of some glares of what would it be like when you're like, haha, fuck you, I'm back, that sort of
Nino,
like
Nino.
triumph.
Yeah, some triumphant, perhaps a little bit cocky glares at the various advisory people who may not even necessarily recognize her, but she recognizes, she knows who they are.
Yeah.
Is going to make her way to the Senate floor.
Okay.
I think my plan is do some politicking, then sabotage it, and then teleport the bottle to Kaylin. Finish the scheme.
All right.
Okay, first important question: is there a dance floor?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
There is, however, upstairs in the gallery is where there are some entertainers.
Ah. Okay, good to know.
So yeah.
And also, is there anyone I might recognize? Like, I'm not super immersed into the politics my father does, and we're also like kind of a very unimportant family. But like, to anyone who I might know or he might know, it's fine if there isn't. It's just.
What
just
was the
asking.
the general area of politics that they were most engaged with?
Like my family or.
Yeah.
We're probably it's probably about the relationships with the elves.
In that case, you would probably know Tanasha Starborn, the gnome. Where's she gotten to? There. Marquess Tanasha Starborn.
Alright.
One of the few gnomes who has a position in the Taldan Senate.
Okay.
Like almost all of these guys are human.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Very much a human-dominated Senate.
Do the non-humans attract attention or reactions as we're coming through?
A little bit, yeah. Like people kind of do glance at you, maybe raise an eyebrow or two. They don't say anything, but yeah, they do. There's a bit of attention.
I smile at everyone who catches my who looks at me and whose eye I catch basically.
Yeah.
Peter, meanwhile, just glares at the people who go and eyebrows at the very frightening. Right.
Okay. So.
What I would be doing. Sorry, I was just
Yeah?
waiting for everyone else to finish what they were
Oh no,
doing.
yeah,
except
go.
probably Folger. What I would be doing, something similar to what Sir Kelsey is doing, and that I'll be
Mhm.
assessing kind of like the crowds and stuff like that. So I would be looking for anyone in amongst the crowds that I may have had previous dealings with, anyone that I may
Mhm.
know may have like a darker side to them that they're not wanting to surface that can
Mhm.
be handy in political gains. But otherwise, I'd be looking for who interacts with who and how, like trying to gauge kind of like power levels between people in terms of how they talk with one another. Um, and after I've done an initial assessment walking around gauging that, I
Mhm.
then would start interacting with people to see, like just kind of testing the waters to see how I can go with who may be malleable to persuasions and who may not be.
Hmm. Um. Hmm. Trying to see who you'd be able to have dealt with before. Maybe.
As a military man, you might have dealt with the strategos, since he's the marshal of the armies.
Hmm. I was also going to suggest perhaps Calhadian Vernissant. He's a bit. You would know he's a bit. Yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah. That. Definitely that.
To put it politely.
Mhm. Um,
You can move your token
Yeah.
yourself, by the way.
Sorry, which one did you say was the mages? Was it the
Uh.
Nicodemus?
Yeah, that's
Avanathus.
the one Nita is going
Avanathus.
to
Mm.
make an
Grand
impression with.
Yeah. Nicodemus is an occultist.
Right.
So. For the first round, who you can in this first round, it's more of a influencing different areas rather than individuals. But yes, you can.
I'd be in the courtyard actually.
Oops, sorry. Yeah. So, if anyone wants to influence a particular area of the Senate at the moment, you can do that now.
Okay.
So
think-
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I think Nita is going to go and make her, go and come up to the folks talking in the Senate, Duke Avernathus, and Duke Avernathus. What would he have any like magical titles, things like that? You know, the way knights and whatnot are always, Knight of the Flowers. First Watcher on the Hill of Tassalon or something.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we can go with that though. Sounds fun.
Yeah. Grand Duke Avernathus. The lightning, the lightning sword of the Senate. She goes and gives a little short bow. And to all as well. She goes and bows to Nicholas O'Hara and Calbio Breezy Creek, giving them their proper designations, is going to, try to go and make a, before getting into kind of I think probably trying to use her arcana or her society to compliment people on their accomplishments and their, intellectual pursuits to make an impression. She's also goes and it is fine to see you again and to return to these hallowed halls of Empire. Yeah, and she's saying that to the Grand Duke there.
Okay. So yeah. He kind of looks over at you and then says, Yes. Sucria's child.
Indeed, in the flesh. Yes. My father certainly could not be attending, though I'm sure he would be quite happy to be. Not for the present situation.
Yeah. Did you want to make a check to influence, by the way?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to, yeah. Can I make Arcana, I guess, to sort of, use the sort of wizardly credentials and sort of compliment people on their, know with the things to say to sound smart and sound like an important scholar.
Yeah, I think you could do Arcana. It might be a bit harder than a different skill, but you can do it.
Would academia lore work better? To
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
okay, and roll academia lore blind. I guess.
Oh no, sorry, it's an influence check, so you don't have to be blind, but it's okay.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, let's find out what I rolled. Badly. Ooh. I'm gonna throw a hero point on that. I want to make a good impression to return.
Oh no.
Oh no, is it worse?
It's worse.
Oh no.
Okay. So yes, you do yeah. He's not super impressed. He kind of nods at you and says, "Yes, I'm sure your father would be here if not for his situation." And then he goes and starts talking to someone else.
Yes. Well, it certainly would have helped if there was this kind of trail stuff. Support. She goes and awkwardly tries to go and switch conversations to move over to the next conversation and retain her dignity. Okay, that's what I'll do for my first round.
Who wants to go next?
So I think Sir Kelsey is kind of approaching the Baron and kind of whoever he's speaking with, and we'll kind of just start to kind of listening to the vibe of the conversation, and then kind of trying to do that kind of just to interject sort of seamlessly into the conversation. Yeah, so good day, Baron. Good day, Lady Clement, I believe. It's a fine day for the events, don't you think?
Yeah. Baron Akara smiles politely at you. Lady Clement nods in your direction. Says, "Yes, it's very nice today. And hopefully going to be a productive day as well."
Indeed. You have an interest in today's proceedings?
She smiles slightly and says, "I think we all do."
Indeed. Yes. I only recently returned from Tianjia, working for the Empire as an emissary. I find myself finding my feet back in the capital, and my goodness, it's an exciting time to be back. I think one might say an historic time to be back, if depending on how the events of today proceed.
Yeah. Would you like to make a diplomacy check?
since I'm in the same area, can I try to aid with something?
I think you can do that. How are you
Right.
aiding?
The so it's a historic day. I think Nieder is going to kind of try to back it up by sort of emphasizing what a momentous time it is, and kind of maybe talking up Tianxia a little bit, how exotic the cultural distinction that you're coming from is, or the the fact that you've come all this way. So I'll throw in a society, if that's okay, to try to aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck off!
Oh no.
Oh.
That's a -1, I'm afraid.
Following in.
Finita, sometimes you just need to.
Following in the tradition so far has been established. I think this is just Nieder goes to help, trips, and falls down the stairs.
Oh no.
Again. She's just always falling, tripping over things, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, just distract. So you kind of distract me at the critical junction. Anyway, as I was saying.
Okay.
Just missed the timing on the punchline for your joke.
I'm going to hero point that.
Hey,
That's better.
thank you.
Much better.
Okay. Yeah. So that is another 2. Alright. Yeah. So, they do seem. Oh no, he's actually gone prone as well. Okay. So they do seem generally pleased and amenable to discussion. Yeah. Alright. Who's up next?
Well, I'd like to initiate conversations with Earl Kahedion, who I've had prior discussions with, obviously, or prior connections with at least. But I want to initiate the conversation with him, but doing so in an open way to invite others into a conversation, and I kind of like want to get as much of a conversation going with this whole group as possible, with as many people in this room as I can, to kind of like just be able to get them all talking with each other and with me, so that I can try and like just have a conversation with them all, get to know them all on an individual level, but we're all discussing things together, obviously on a political level, because this is all politics. But yeah, that's going to be my goal. So initiating first with Calhadion, but opening it up to the others, including the Duke that's in that room.
Okay. Well, I mean, oh yeah, so their images are not like precisely accurate. They're all just in those areas, mingling in those areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wanting to take all of these mingling people and bring them all into one big mingling group.
Yeah. Okay. You do diplomacy.
Just click here. Oh, sorry, one moment. I've lost my way with things in this.
Not our day.
Can I hero point that?
You can, yeah.
Or do I? God, I hope the hero point's better.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh, Calhadion is he just looks down his nose at you because you're short, and he just turns away.
I guess that's what I've got for my turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Hmm?
question. Did Kayla and I, can we have figured out a plan for how to do the wine thing?
Yeah,
'Cause I was
definitely.
thinking I could go and use society, figure out how to, screw the wine up and all this, and then I got thoughtful gifts, so I could pass it to you. So maybe we have some agreed time to go and do this handoff.
Yeah.
Since Peter is not nearly as good at being sneaky about things as
Well,
as she
the other
is.
thing, yeah, like you just need, like, it would be a case of I've already got the stuff on me. You just need to let me know what to do with it. So
Mm.
once you've gained that information, you can pass that information to me, and I'll know what to do with it from that. Because I'm the one that
Okay.
snuck the drug in the first place.
Oh yeah, but we have to get the connected with the bottle, which I think.
Yeah.
So I was gonna pass the bottle to you to finish the job there with thievery.
Well, yeah, what I can do, if that's what we want to do, then it can be a case of I can just either steal the bottle once you point out which one I need to do, drug. I can steal the bottle and do that. So you gain the information, pass the information to me, and let me handle the rest.
Okay, that works too. And knowing me, if I cast a spell in here, somebody's gonna see it, and it's gonna end up the neater getting thrown out a window. So,
Pretty much, there's
Yes,
only one
well.
safe space to cast spells, and that's in that little room.
all right.
Okay.
Cyril and
Cyril? Yeah. Cyril and Fulgorum, who wants to go next?
Okay, I don't mind. I can go next.
Mhm.
Like you said, it's generally a check to influence like the whole room, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to necessarily pick. Okay, because yeah, Cyril is probably just gonna do his Cyril thing. Like he just strikes up a bit of small talk. Maybe talks about how they tended to the gardens in the monastery in January, but like nothing too deep. Just a bit of
Yeah.
a pleasant conversation.
Mm.
He's gonna ask the Countess Octavia Nicodemus a few things about magic, but like not as in he's just interested. Like he's clearly a complete he doesn't know anything about it, but he just shows interest and like
Yeah.
also it shows support to the princess who I saw is there. Like he's like I have a cousin who is female, so she's not gonna be the one inheriting like the role as the family leader, but her little brother is I'm sorry, he's a brat. She would be much more suited, and it's a shame that she can't like I hope that by you following your father's footsteps we can set a milestone really in and I just like I'm not being as honest, by the way. It's what I think,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to like speak more like the nobles do for this occasion. So I guess I just make an impression with diplomacy, right?
Yeah, you can do diplomacy.
Oh. Ooh. I'm scared to hero point that, but I'm definitely going to point that. But if I now
Okay.
crit fail, I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, they're not super like they're not like being rude about it. They're just not really engaging that much. Like it's just polite conversation.
Alright. Yeah. Could be worse.
Why is this non-human talking to us? Why?
What is going on with our rolls today? Last session it was just like so many. I think every check I rolled was a nat 20, and then.
Yeah.
And I was awful last session as well. I don't think I've rolled be higher than a 10, but I mean it's not bad because I didn't do anything important anyway. So it's like it doesn't really matter. As long as I don't crit fail, I'm fine.
Okay. Fulgorum, who are you chatting with?
Hey, I thought I'd start up a conversation about laws with this group, because why not?
Okay.
So just about the general laws of the city and that, and some of the stupid ones and some of the good ones.
All right. Legal law it is then, I assume.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I haven't got much else to talk about. So
It's either laws or bounties.
yeah, I'll take
Okay.
it.
Triumphs. Alright, yeah, so you do get some good conversation going about laws. Landgrave Ogvai Jarlbjorn is particularly amused by some of the sillier laws that you discussed, that you bring up. He was last year's exalted, so he's still a bit like not used to Taldane law, I guess.
And
Yay! I win.
yeah,
Mhm.
oh yeah.
Alright.
Right.
That is round 1. So, now, if I can scroll to the right part of the PDF, I can tell you what happens next. Right. A swelling of the crowd towards the courtyard area indicates something is going to happen there.
Okay.
If anyone
I mean-
wants to... Obviously Cyril's already there. If anyone else wants to join the area.
Yeah.
There we go.
Peter's gonna
Hello.
dust off the dust off of her coat from falling on her face and just
Mm.
make her way quietly out of the circle.
I'm not sure, since we were like said we should be like since we were since it was of people I can't talk. Oh my god, sorry.
No worries.
Since we were supposed to be discreet, I think I'm just gonna act like I don't really know them, like not go out of my way to avoid them, but I just because I assume there will be some people coming here either way, so it's not that unusual.
Yeah. I'm just moving people about as well. So, Lady Gloriana Morilla clinks her glass and declares that Princess Eutropia herself would like to address the gathering. Gloriana helps Eutropia climb onto the garden stone railing as the crowd quiets and makes space for her. And then Eutropia begins to speak. My friends, colleagues, and assorted enemies, it is wonderful to see you all out in your finery tonight beneath the beautiful stars. With any luck, the weather will be the only thing that refuses to change this evening. She gestures towards the Senate Hall, the main hall over here. We've all gathered here tonight to honor Master Calbio of Breezy Creek, a master artisan and true patriot, for his exquisite skill and service to our glorious empire. Master Calbio demonstrates so eloquently that a heart may be noble, regardless of the stature of one's birth. And while it may be premature, I will hope to be the first to congratulate you, sir, on the exaltation you will see tonight, and welcome you into the ranks of Taldor's long-lived aristocracy. She looks around at the crowd. But we gather here to discuss matters of state as well. And just as the exaltation reminds us that our glorious empire must always look out into the world to refresh the greatness of its leadership, we must all look out into the world around us and see how it has grown. The child nations our empire birthed, Andorran, Cheliax, last of all, have grown strong by examining the great traditions they inherited from our motherland, and embracing those relevant to this new world, and discarding those that held them back. So too will we, this very night, examine one of Taldor's oldest traditions, agnatic primogeniture, with eyes wide open to determine whether it has held us back from the glory and stability our wayward states have found. She sighs slightly, takes a drink. Our obligation tonight is not about one person or one vote in the Senate. It is that the nation we love, and about ensuring that the nation does not fall behind the times. We are the inheritors of mighty Aslant, and I say that we must work together to avoid sharing that old empire's fate. She raises her glass. Taldor endures. She then...
Taldor endures.
Yes.
Howder and George.
Lifts the cup up.
By the way, as you are gathered there, you do notice something, all of you. There is a servant near one of the apiaries in the garden. Seems to be breaking out of the crowd and towards the apiary.
Like he just leaves? What?
Apologies for the pun, but are they making a beeline for it?
They are making a beeline for the apiaries. Yes.
I
I'm
think
sorry, what's happening? Either I cut out or
one of the servants is leaving the crowd of onlookers during the speech to head towards one of the beehives.
Can I intercept?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to want to intercept and trip them up, let them fall on their face, make a scene.
I was actually going to shove them, but between the two of us.
You shove them over my foot. They faceplant hard.
Dude, he just wanted to see some bees. Don't be so mean.
Bees o'clock.
Yeah, no, not if they were trying to interrupt the speech.
Yeah.
I also want to look around, like when she raises her glass, are there any people who do not raise theirs for whatever reason?
There are a couple. It seems like most of the people gathered here, though, are on her side.
All right.
Yeah. I think Nita's just a
There'll
bit
always be
taken.
people on two sides.
Yeah, so when you approach the servant, they seem to be putting a wafer next to one of the beehives. But before they can manage that, Fulgorum kind of steps in front of them and you can interrupt.
A wafer?
A wafer?
A wafer is in like a biscuit.
Yeah.
We should ask around if there's someone who has a bee allergy here.
Or just, stop that. So
Yeah, of course.
As they go to put the wafer, I'm just going to grasp their wrist. What is so important about attending the bees at this critical moment? I'm going to say quietly, so as not to cause a fuss.
The staffer kind of eeps a bit and says, one of the phalanx guards asked me to put this here. They said it would keep the bees calm.
Can I insight?
Yeah? Seems honest, though.
Would I be nearby for that?
Yeah.
I think I'd quietly ask, after glancing at Fulgrim, to seek his permission for speaking up. Assuming I do get that, I would be asking which guard.
Yes. So the staffer just says, I don't know, they had the helmet on. But
Well then, how about we attend to this process after the lady has finished speaking.
Is there any way I could know if something like this could upset or appease the bees?
You do a crafting check.
Any way I could know? Crafting check?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm terrible at those.
Oh god, that was
No,
nearly a nat
apparently
20.
not.
That's not bad. This level.
Yeah, I got a +5 for crafting.
Yeah, I could
That's
also take
not
a look if you
terrible.
need to get a bit more bonus.
Judging by the scent of this wafer, it would actually agitate the bees.
I think I'll let them know that I'll take a hold of that, as
Mhm.
this is not good for the bees, like they're informed.
Ah.
And I'll
They
just
seem
pop
very
it away from
nervous.
myself. I'm going to be trying to take it regardless of how they feel about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just going to
Discreetly.
I'm just going to squeeze the wrist until he releases it.
Yeah. You can manage that, I think. So yeah, the servant drops the wafer and says, I'm sorry, I didn't realize, I didn't know.
Go about your business. Leave the bees alone.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll
if the
release
guard
him.
were to ask, you did the job.
Alright. So, however, during this event, your absence from the crowd is noted. You two will now take a -1 to influence checks for the next 2 rounds.
I can't seem to influence anyway, so.
I did my influencing. I'm good.
Alright. So yes. Sorry.
No,
Oh, I was
didn't
just
say
saying.
anything.
Oh, okay. So, now there are going to be some more influence rounds.
Do we get a chance to speak with Kaden and Fogorum? Like, just for them to actually inform us about that there was a wafer? Or
You can do that. You can gather in this area for a brief meeting between rounds.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I ascertain how this is, what this wafer's made of?
Yeah. With your crafting check, you'll be able to tell it's just made of it's made of like biscuit things, normal wafer biscuit things, but also it's got like alchemical herbs in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like the stuff that mosquitoes don't like that keeps them away, like a bug spray type thing.
Yeah, like the opposite of a bug spray.
Like, it is possible that whoever wanted to deliver this just wanted to interrupt the speech. But we should maybe still ask everyone who attended, or like maybe not openly ask, but just if there's a bee allergy somewhere here, because if there is, then we might know who. Like, it would be pretty hard to find out who, did this, because the guard seemed to have a helmet. But if we know who it was aimed for, then we can maybe go from there, or at least try to protect that person.
Indeed, an underhanded
Or
move.
if it was not aimed at anyone except for the princess to disrupt the speech, then
Yeah.
because people tend to not like bees buzzing around them because they hurt.
Even if you're not allergic, it's still painful.
Of course, but it's probably best to check whether it was just to disrupt the speech or whether there was a more, maybe even a lethal intention.
Even if it was not lethal intention, someone attempting to harm the crown princess would certainly be grounds for a case of felony. To have committed a third-degree assault committed some sort of assault against the crown princess.
Well, as concerning as that as well is this suggests that the phalanx guard whose responsibility is to ensure the sanctity and protection of the Senate has been infiltrated by a partisan or other malcontent. I think if any of us sees Constable or Guard Zalar on our journeys, we should bring this to her attention as well.
Helen, do keep an eye if any of your colleagues are in the crowd tonight. No offense.
Yes.
You're right there, bro.
Yeah.
That was aimed at you. That's all.
Sorry, what was that?
Yes, do tell if you spy any of your colleagues among the crowd tonight. It
Right.
does seem, no offense, but it seems your precise line of work.
I don't have colleagues, but yes, I will keep an eye out for those of similar interests to me.
Competitors. Well, if we need to be about, do be warned, Avernathus is more of a cunt than I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
And, scouts.
Really, that mob in the front room seemed to like me.
Yes.
That's good. Yes, I need to be away. I need to continue words with the Baron. Perhaps on my own. Perhaps on my own this time.
Aw.
Yes, perhaps. I will go and seek the wine.
Mm-hmm.
Kaelin, I'll pass, if I can identify it successfully, I'll let you know. Over by, that column, in some amount of time. I believe it's relevant. 20 minutes.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm going to go see if I can get some additional eyes in this party.
Good. For Gorum, are you planning to go to Lady Lockheed and be her aide, or should I do that for now?
No, I'm getting there.
All right. Then I guess I just mingle again.
I figured,
Wait,
you know.
shit, I forgot. Is cussing okay on this? We're
Yeah, we've been doing it. I haven't been censoring it.
Sorry, yeah.
Um,
I remember there was some talk of that, and I was suddenly like, "Oh shit! Did I?" The cat's out of the bag now.
it's second nature for us Aussies. We don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. Like.
The restriction on talking was derogative in terms of towards people.
Yeah.
Not so much general cussing. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to say shit fuck down, like go ahead, but like no slurs.
Yeah. I use cunt in the British sense. That's where we're not the American one. The American one's not okay. That's should make that clear. Yeah. Okay. Let's go off and get some stuff done.
Okay. Yes. So.
Go present myself to the Lady Metella. I'll also quietly inform her of what went down at the princess speech.
Okay. So. Lady Martella is up in the gallery. You can find you have to kind of squeeze through a crowd of like children being entertained by this clown, because that's where the children of the nobles are being entertained.
I'm gonna pick one up or two up and give them shoulder rides as a way to get through.
And why wasn't that also an option? Help them entertain the children. I would have done that.
that could be a good way to make influence, actually. You know, if all the kids of the nobles
Oh,
are
you'd be a
like,
good nanny. Yay.
yeah,
Yeah,
historically
I
wet
would be.
nurses, you know, or you know, like
I don't think
even
I'd make a good
jesters.
wet nurse.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not a wet nurse.
There
Tutors,
is a
you know?
gender change potion, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or
It's
rather,
only
sex
like
change
6
potion.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
It's
it's
very
actually
cheap.
30.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Starfinder. Or it's like
Oh, yeah.
600 credits or something.
See, the serum of sex shift is 60 gold pieces. Oh,
Uh,
I was. Wait, was I exact? Yeah, I think I was exactly right. It might have been 30, I said. Yeah.
okay.
It's fun, though.
So. Alright, so the aid mission. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So, in order to complete this mission, you must the first thing you need to do is deliver a message to a sealed letter to Count Orlando Zespire, who's in the
Is
archives.
it a
Yep.
pre-written letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in order to do that, you will need to do
Run.
yes,
But I'm not allowed to cast spells.
athletics
Oh,
or
okay.
acrobatics.
Got this public?
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Okay.
pass, guys.
Hell yeah. Finally, some good fucking rolls.
No, my rolls are
He
alright
does get
tonight.
good rolls.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can we trade dice?
Yeah, change your dice
Bring it on.
color. That's the sole way to
Yeah.
solve the problem.
I'll-
Change your dice color.
I was actually doing that, and then I exited out without saving. So.
Good point. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, the dice and ice settings are so good and so fun. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so you do manage to get to Count Orlando Zespire. So feel free to move over there. And then he asks you to wait for a moment while he writes a response.
Okay.
So yes, you'll be tied up for one more round whilst he writes his response.
Okay.
So yeah, you won't get anything to do next round.
Oh, but that's fine. All right, I'll be quiet now.
So who wants to go next with their round of influence or mission?
I would like to, just because I don't want to forget that I want to ask, like, yeah, I'm just mingling again. I'm like trying to make small talk, but I'm also like asking, who of these people would I be asking? Like, I guess I would just be asking Princess, because she probably has like the biggest influence on how this is held. Actually, no, like who of these people is here often? Like, is part of this? Like, are they all just chilling here?
Marquesa Tanasha is a senator, and Baronet
Okay.
Duranis is a senator. The other two are not senators.
Okay, then I'd rather speak to this lady down here,
Mhm.
because she probably also knows me, at least from side, maybe. And I'd like to talk about how beautiful the garden is, and it's really grand here. You look fabulous. It's very nice seeing a familiar face.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether, like, since you work here, aren't like these bees, who are beautiful creatures, I love insects, but like, are they perhaps a risk to safety? Who knows whether maybe some people here might be allergic, or maybe even agitating the bees. Like, I know the children are upstairs, but even some grown-ups can be not too friendly with animals. So he said, has it ever been a problem here? Like, do you know if any of the guests have allergies. Being very subtle.
She says, "Oh no, I don't think they would allow that if there were allergies. And these bees are usually very passive. They're very calm. Lovely creatures, as you said."
Yeah, I really am very. I haven't set a foot out of the garden because of how nice it is, and because I just love the buzzing and the busy insects, and yeah, I just keep talking about bees because I actually like them.
Would you like to make a nature check as your influence check?
No,
You don't have.
absolutely not.
Okay.
I just like them. I don't know about them. I would probably go for diplomacy again if that's still okay. I think that's like the go-to.
And you're influencing her specifically, or the air, the room in general?
I think the thing is, she already. Yeah, no, I guess I'm gonna be influencing her because I also feel like she probably likes what we're doing. Ooh, hell yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So. Sorry, I think I need to open a different document. Because there are so many documents. Okay. Yeah. She is very pleased to be talking to you right now. So yes. She also mentions. Yeah. She mentions. It's nice to speak to someone who doesn't just think of her as a curiosity.
Yeah, of course. I think I get your meaning. Of course, it's not as obvious with me, but I have gotten a lot of looks just for the way I look and present. So, no, you look perfectly beautiful, but nothing out of the ordinary here. Or wait, is that an insult? I'm just trying to be polite.
Yeah. She laughs a bit and says, "I understand what you're saying." She pats you on the wrist.
I smile and like try shut up before I say anything more stupid.
She also leans in and says, I do enjoy vexing some of the more straight-laced among the senators. It's good to see someone else who might get a kick out of that."
Yes, I agree. Thank you. And I just smile and yeah, I continue conversation, but like
yeah,
just about this and that, just some small talk.
All right. Who's up next?
I can go and get the society thing set up.
Yes.
So find. So what am I doing with society at the moment?
Yeah. So in the servants' quarters, servants' area. Sorry. You can. Where's it gone? There we go. You can do a society check to try and identify the correct bottle of wine. However, there are servants about, so you may need to distract them, or otherwise get them to look the other way.
Well, that's easy because I want to be in that room as well, talking with the servants.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to get
Neder-
additional eyes in the
Absolutely.
party, so that's going to be my servants. I'm going to be talking with the servants to get additional eyes working for me in the party, hopefully.
Hmm.
So I am the
Okay.
distraction.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah.
In that case, would you
It's all
care?
planned.
Kaylin, would you care to make a deception or other skill check to to get them on your side for a bit?
Fine.
I think I would be pushing more towards the fact that I do feel like there is something going on here, and I believe that these people are wanting the betterment of their own lives, and by helping me, they'll better their own lives by keeping an eye out for any nefarious people that may be up to no good. And if they do see any such things, then to report it to me. So I don't think I'd be trying to lie to them. I'm trying to skirt the truth without being completely honest and forthcoming.
That sounds a bit like deception, though.
Yeah, you're also
Okay.
creating a distraction.
Yeah.
Tacitly as well.
Alright. I still got +4 in deception, so.
Fucking hell.
Just roll like I do.
Ooh.
You'll be fine. Or don't.
Hopefully I'm distracting enough while I'm giving this really bad speech and not getting any help.
You got another hero point.
There was a second hero point issued. If you want to use it.
Yeah, I'll try and use it. Yeah, I think it'd be very helpful to have more eyes in the party.
That's better.
Hey,
There we go.
nice.
Okay.
Okay. They do seem
Yeah.
distracted.
Scoot on through, kind of keeping her large head down, and trying to kind of look a little bit less fancy while she goes and scuttles in. Maybe just trying to restrain herself from grumbling under her breath at the disrespect of all these the people staring and just gonna try to society to figure this out. There we go.
Nice.
Oh,
You identify the
yeah.
bottle of wine immediately. It's a fine 150-year-old red wine.
Ooh. That is the bottle the Lothieds are using too. Oh, how tempted I am to fill this with piss or vinegar or something. Wow. She'll go and leave a little mark on it with something that can easily be removed, but goes and sticks like a little dot of blue wax on the top to mark it as the one that Kaylin should take care of. And then grabs a snack from one of the platters for serving, and comes out just looking like she's just been there to go and munch on things. Just was looking to see what the next course of the meal was.
Nice. Alright.
Good day to you.
Alright.
Okay.
So, who is up next?
I can go. So I would kind of just sort of meander back to the Baron and kind of yes. Apologies for moving off abruptly. It appears the princess was giving a little speech. I believe we were talking about kind of the historic juncture that this represents. May I ask if you have any strong opinions on the matter?
You can make a diplomacy check here, I think. or like a society check, I guess, depending on what you want doing. Are you more like discovering or more like influencing right now?
I think I'm influencing in the sense of I'm trying to sort of have the conversation, and I'm kind of what I want to do is kind of get to sort of establish a baseline so I can then start to build from that.
Yeah.
That'd be a gather information.
It would be so it's using the influence rules, so it would be discover, which is a secret check, various skills.
Yeah.
And that could be perception, that could be society.
So probably more society than perception.
Go for it. Okay. Yeah. So you learn that he is concerned that breaking Taldan traditions might impact the stability of the country and of the laws of Taldor. So he seems like, you think if you reassured him about the stability issues and things, that would probably be beneficial. But as it stands, the reason why he's reluctant to vote in Eutropia's favour is to do with his worries about the stability of the country. So yeah. I think that was everyone for this round.
Unless I can back the drink, yeah, I think so.
I think. Wait. Did Fulgorum already go?
Yes.
He's delivering.
I went
He's-
first.
Yeah.
And then next
Oh.
round, I do nothing.
Yeah, because you're waiting for the guy to write a
Oh, yeah.
letter.
I forgot you're doing the aid thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that's
Okay.
everybody.
Alright. So who should we start with this time?
Or Gorum. There we go. Done.
Okay.
Well, I can just do the thievery side of
Mhm.
things.
Yeah. Sounds good.
After my little speech, I like get them all the servants and stuff to go out and do their thing, keep an eye out for me, and like serve their drinks and stuff, whatever it is they do, to try and like clear out the room as best I can before I go ahead with the stealthing to give myself as much bonus as I can.
Yes.
Was this a secret roll? I don't remember.
No, it's open.
Remember,
And
the blue hat.
Okay. So you're pretty sure you've successfully injected the bottle of wine with this alchemical elixir. It doesn't look from the outside like anyone will be able to notice the tiny hole in the cork. So you should be able to success. It looks like they're not going to notice this until the wine is served. Congratulations.
and I go out with a bit of a swagger as I get into the room.
All right.
Peter goes and looks over ahead with the swagger and has a big goblin grin.
But I do think I'd be trying to like come out, even though like I'm walking out with confidence, I'm also walking out without wanting to draw attention.
Yeah.
If anyone sees me, it's where I'm meant to be. If someone doesn't see me, I'm not wanting them to.
A subtle swagger.
Yeah. And that's me done.
All right.
Let's see. Yes. I can go, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Neater has, having accomplished her task, her main task, I think now is politicking, or is there anything else that I'm good at? I'm not bad at spying. I'm not bad at stealth, at least. But let's see.
I think
Most
I'd
of
be
these
the better
are
one
not
for
very
spying.
Yeah.
I feel like politicking is probably the safest bet, given
Yeah,
it's
I got a +7 to stealth and +5 to perception. So,
I just
yeah.
like,
but I've
is
also
the party still like going? And basically, do we have enough time? As in,
Yes, you've got loads of time.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got like many more rounds. So
Okay.
we
it's
should
sort of going to be all going all night.
in theory, we should be able to achieve everything and then enjoy the rest of the party.
Yeah.
From
I
what
think,
we were
you'll
told.
be working your ass off because I think you have at least 2 more things you should do. But yeah.
I can
Having
calculate how
accomplished-
many more rounds there are if you'd like.
Lots.
No, it's all
I'm
good.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't need to know. I enjoy
I think-
the uncertainty personally.
All you really need to say for us, because the only thing we will know as characters and players is whether it's early, mid,
Yeah.
or late party.
Mm.
The
That's all
would
we
I
will
know?
know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Would I know of Eutropia's reputation as a reformer?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I think Neater is going to sort of trying to get her dignity back and stuff. Is gonna go and stuff her mouth with food and wine in the from the gardens, and
Mhm.
then try to go and make an introduction to Eutropia and make a point of emphasizing her reforming things, and also kind of trying to get a sense of, is she legit about this? Does she actually care about making a less conservative society?
Yeah.
So yeah, could I try society for that?
Yes.
To ask her about like social issues and stuff. After
Mhm.
Peter's probably looking for anything fried or any like little shrimp cocktails to go and toss into her maw.
Mm.
Takes a few shots of brandy and
Mhm.
is going to go and yeah, Princess Eutropia. Ah, Your Highness. And make a come on. Ooh. I have a good score with that one. I'm gonna pop that hero point.
I think it's a success. Wait, don't.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. So, So the 14 was a success. So you're good. Keep that hero point back.
Okay.
Your Highness, I have heard of I have heard of some of the issues you've spoken of. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
She goes, I I was aware you were conscious of the social ills plaguing this nation of ours. I wondered if you would be interested in speaking on such matters.
Yeah. Yeah, so she smiles at you and says, "Yes, of course. My primary goal at the moment is the establishment of more schools for the poor in Apara. I think the education of the youth of our nation is vitally important."
Indeed, that is a commendable initiative. It is education. I would certainly know. 'Tis education which uplifts all. I have seen how many in the more squalid areas of the city fare, having little opportunity to rise above their station, and I certainly would not stand before you were it not for the magic of the written word. I what are your... I would deign to ask, do you have any intention, assuming most certainly that your reign is secured after your good father, any intention with amending the persecutions and prejudices of these systems against non-humans.
Her smile turns to like a sympathetic frown, and she says, "Of course. I think it's vital that apart from agnatic primogeniture, we have various obscure laws preventing rightful heirs from inheriting family positions when simply on the basis of their heritage. I think this is completely outrageous."
Indeed, it is.
And then,
I would.
sorry.
Ah, indeed, indeed. And she nods along and chimes in a few laws there.
Hmm.
If ever we do meet again, I would seek to speak with you about the specific case of this type of legal, injustice ongoing. A fine hobgoblin deprived of their proper position and unjust imprisonment, which I would be glad to speak on if we ever should meet again.
Mhm.
Ah, well, you are truly a kind soul. She is. And she goes and makes a point of kind of showing how she's, as one of the minorities at the party, like, wow, she's so cool, to kind of,
Hmm.
get in a little bit of good graces,
Yeah.
which is, doing the thing every ally wants to go to hear about what a good ally they are and how woke they are.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
okay, yeah, that's what Nita.
Okay. So we've done Nita, we've done Kalen, done Fulgorum.
Yeah, I'm happy to go next.
Mhm.
So I think I'd be talking to the Baron and say, well, one needs a certain amount of stability. I absolutely agree. Um, it's something that I encountered firsthand in Tianjia, what used to be a prosperous empire. On the collapse of the succession, obviously associated with the death of Aradon, but I saw firsthand the kind of the fragmentation that can happen to an empire, and obviously we've seen that ourselves, with our kind of Western regions and so on. I can only think that this disruption of a change in imperial family could only be so much worse than what amounts to a relatively small change in the scheme of things to allow a female inheritor. I wouldn't want to see this fragmented in the same way that Tianxia was fragmented.
Okay. This sounds like diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. Is that public?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'll hear it
Oh
right now.
no.
That's better.
All right. Nice. Baron Akera nods and says, "You're right, of course. The history of various nations teaches us that stability is, well, yes, stability is very important, but we should not let that come at the cost of our proud traditions. So, you have influenced him once, you will need to influence him a second time in order to succeed at the mission."
Okay.
Oh no, wait, sorry, I misread something. That is successful completion of the mission.
All right. Excellent. Yes,
Alright.
yes. Thank you for your time, Rowan. I'm glad to see somebody who takes the well-being of the empire as importantly as I do.
Okay.
I think it's Cyril next.
Yeah, I think I am like kind of going to ask the room, but again, maybe I shouldn't ask loudly, but just yeah, both Marquez Tanasha, but I guess also Lady Gloriana. Like I try to like walk over and like make a conversation like with the three of us. Well, just seeing how we all attended Princess Eutropia's speech. Am I correct to make the assumption that you both intend to support her claim, or are you unsure? There are some people who are worried about the stability of the nation. Like, what are your thoughts on that? And trying to gather, like, because I kind of assume that the gnome is supportive of her anyways. I don't know why I assume that. I can't just assume that. But,
It's just standing next to her, that's...
yeah, also because she specifically came to the garden to listen to the speech and then stayed. So it's, but, yeah.
That's smart.
But, yeah, but, like, do they answer me, or do they...
Yeah,
Should I make a check?
you should make a check.
Mm-hmm.
You can do diplomacy, I think, would be appropriate.
Okay. Can I do that for both at the same time, or do I have to choose?
You would have to choose. You'd have to choose to either influence the crowd or an individual.
Yeah. I think, like, do we know, like, you marked them for us, but, like, were we briefed beforehand who's important and who's not important?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, I think then I'm gonna focus on Lady Gloriana Marola.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know she's more important than the friendly gnome I've talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hero point that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, my rolls are interesting.
Can I give you another hero point?
I have another one, but can I hero point the same roll?
You can't,
Could I
no.
add 8, actually?
No, that's
oh,
why.
Shit. Wait.
You
That's
can't
a nat
influence.
1. Meaning
Yeah.
it's not gonna help. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just keep stacking hero points until you get a proper roll.
No. Yeah, I'm afraid Lady Gloriana Marilla is not super impressed. She says, she's kind of, yes. Like, mum hums along as you speak, and then says, I'm terribly sorry, I do have someone else I need to talk to right now.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
Okay. Okay, so that brings us to that and that. Next round, I think.
Okay.
Alright. Do I just want to get my running back to Metallo out of the way?
Okay. So yes. Oops. Oh god, what button did I just press?
I have no idea.
No, I just pressed the button and there was a noise. And it worried me. Wrong file. Too many files. Okay. So you can do athletics or acrobatics. To return. Yeah, you need to deliver a follow-up message to a junior senator in the gallery.
Okay.
So that's what Count Orlando wants you to do. So the gallery is up here, and that is like a very good success. So, yeah, you
Slightly.
zoom back up to the gallery and deliver this follow-up message to the junior senator.
Whoever that is.
Mhm.
Junior. Is it the Lord Remelian?
No, the junior senator is not a named NPC.
Oh, it's not a. Okay. Just
Yeah,
junior senator.
a
Okay.
junior senator.
Done.
All right.
Alright. I'm running around like a headless chook. Go for it. I'm done.
Okay. Who would like to be next?
So what was neat for the
Um,
spy thing? Was that just a stealth and then spy? Is that
Yeah,
how that
so
would go?
spying is let me find that.
Stealth
Spy.
and deception, wasn't it?
Deception or stealth, and then perception. Repeated perception.
Alright, I think I'm gonna set myself up for that.
Okay, so that is Maxillar Pythareus, High Strategist Maxillar Pythareus, in the Hall of Triumphs.
I'm just going to say right now, if one of you guys needs a hero point, let me know.
Okay.
I don't know if I need a hero point for that one.
Well, it's not a success. But you
So
can
you probably
repeat
need
it.
a hero point.
You can try it again. Next round.
I can try it again. Oh, okay. Yep. I'll do that. Save the hero point.
Okay.
Save the hero point, save the world.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. The hide check is not part of the round, so you can repeat that. You can repeat that again now.
It's better.
That's better. Okay, now you can do a perception check. All right.
We lost Nita.
Oh no.
I'm back.
And
Don't
She's
worry.
back.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't know what happened.
I'm not needed there.
Okay, so you keep an eye on High Strategist Maxillar Pythareus, as he is making conversation, and where's he gone?
Is he?
Sorry?
What? Sorry, what was the question?
Oh no, I was just finding him in the PDF. Yeah. He seems to be talking to a lot of people. He seems in a good mood. So who's up next? We've still got Nita, Kelsey, and Cyril.
I'm wondering, is there anybody who is like, I think Nieder is, having done a bit of her schmoozing, is looking to have some fancy drinks and stuff. Is there anybody who looks particularly gluttonous or like they enjoy a drink? Maybe she could go and engage in a drinking game with somebody, with one of these fancy, important people. And I think what I'm thinking I want to do is I think she's going to get a bit drunk and try to find one of the Lothians to cause a bit of a scene. That's kind of.
So you're going to stay low key by causing a scene.
Well, she's gonna get after she's drunk. She's not planning to do that, but that's me as a player. I think that'd be interesting if she did that. But yeah, who looks gluttonous or like a bit of a lush?
Let's see. I mean, Let's find them. Possibly one of the more minor NPCs. So like I would say Marquess Charlotte Deschamps. She has an appreciation for the finer things in life, such as fine caviars and fine and good wine.
Okay. Yeah, I think Nita's gonna try to make a, as well as she is hungry and wants to eat the fancy food, she is kind of wants to make it clear that she's fun, she's good company. And aristocrats always like they like people they can party with and who are fun. So I'm gonna try to, I guess, influence the crowd here by being a little bit or if that's an option, to maybe see if somebody wants to do a drinking game or something. Maybe try fortitude to
Ooh. Let's have a think. What's that crowd? That one, right? Yeah, I think you could do that.
Okay. Fine. Apollonian. Wines and is that pear brandy? Oh, a fine sort, isn't it? What vintage is that?
and she is going to yeah.
Who would care for a game? Game of cups. We needn't be so dour-faced. It's time for celebration. History is to be made today.
Yeah. Did you want to do the fortitude check now?
If somebody takes me up on the offer, sure.
Oh,
because
okay,
then
yeah.
I guess I'm strictly fortitude safe to see how.
Oh no. Okay, sorry,
it is,
brain.
I guess.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah.
I meant like, do you want to do like a diplomacy check?
Oh,
Do you get
I'm not very good at that, but I can try.
Do you convince people to drink with you?
Yes, I will try to. Is there a way that I could use? I try to think if I have any other skills I could use there. I really should have picked up diplomacy. Ooh, could I suggest that tonight is a portentous night based on star charts? That tonight's a good night for a drinking game, I guess, because the stars said so with occultism.
You could try that.
I have, as in the tradition of hobgoblins, I have read traditional hobgoblin prophetic things that suggest, and she's making that up, but it suggests it's a fine time for celebration and inebriation. Would anyone care to test fate then?
And she goes and makes some explanations with some kind of fake hobgoblin mysticism.
So this guy kind of looks like ugh, and backs away a bit. But Charlotte, yeah, he thinks it's witch magic.
Oh no! Besides, I've heard of your sorts. You like a good drink.
And Charlotte, she'll go and ask what she wants to do.
What sort of game? Cups?
Yeah, she'll go for some kind of fine wine related situation. Some maybe like a wine tasting game. I don't know. That seems sufficiently fancy.
Yeah.
An excellent choice for a sophisticated sort like you, I should say.
All right. Now would you like to do that fortitude save?
Sure. To
I guess, down a bottle of wine really fast and be able to guess in a hurry or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
But something like that.
Yeah, it's. I know in the old Russian court, one of the games that
Mm.
it was a drinking game, but it was you chug an entire bottle of champagne, then you run out into the freezing cold for a mile, and then you naked, and then you run back, and that was the game. It was drink a bottle of champagne, then run in the freezing cold, and try not to
Die.
pass out. Which yeah, sounds great and crazy that they treated champagne like it was Jägermeister or something. Vodka. Yeah, I'll make a fortitude thing, and I think I might have a hobgoblin thing that helps me with that.
Ah.
No, I took the one that helps me with will saves against
Ah.
demoralize. I thought I took the one that
The poison
yeah.
one.
Yeah. No, Neater likes her poisons quite a
Oh yeah, she's not getting drunk at all. Yeah.
It seems this would be the brand. This would be a fine red from the orchards of Neath Martian, I would say. And belches.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you can get influence with Marquess Charlotte Deschamps. Let me just. Oops. I did the wrong thing. That was going to be a gap in the video. Oops.
We gotta cover up the drinking. You know, it's vice. The children can't see that.
No. They must not see it.
No. The
Okay,
murder
there
that
we
I'm
go.
sure will eventually happen in this campaign.
There.
It's Cyril and Forgorum, I think. No, Forgorum. But
Kelsey.
Cyril and Kelsey.
So out of you two, who wants to go next?
Cyril, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. After my embarrassing not conversation with Lady Gloriana, I think I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna say goodbye, or at least I'll tell Marquess Tishana Starbone. I will take a look at the entertainers upstairs, and then I'll like leave in shame and go upstairs. And yeah, I'll watch the entertainers, which I probably actually find entertaining.
Yeah.
And then I like that the children's entertainer is one of the more important NPCs. I love them.
Yeah.
I think I wanna talk to them.
Okay.
Actually, no, they are performing, right? So I'm not gonna interrupt
she's
them.
performing sometimes. She's not performing like consistently the whole time.
Okay, then in between, like in between when she, I don't know, grabs something to eat and like looks like she's chilling but like not unapproachable, I'll like walk up and and congratulate her and say, wow, you know, I've always really wanted to try that and like try to refer to her last bit. I don't know what exactly does she actually do.
She does a variety of things. She does minor magic tricks, face painting, juggling, tumbling, and also some comedy skits.
Okay, I probably find the tumbling the most impressive and the juggling. But like I've never, you know, I've been with monks and like you would think that they would do that, but everything that's fun is forbidden. I was trying to juggle with apples and like. And they got really mad because I dropped one, which I get because it's food. But and I'm really excited to talk to her about all of that. But I do seem genuinely happy. Like or at least I don't know if she notices that. But I try to not be annoying. I just try to be very impressed and very happy. And the children love you. It's beautiful. I think they are having the best time here. Like I've been downstairs and the people are looking grim, but you're really lifting up the room here. lifting up the yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do? You can do a performance check instead of a diplomacy check if you want.
Sure, but only because it's fancy, not because I'm better at it.
Okay.
Similar, it's both charisma. Yeah. Like I try to make like a backflip and ask, "How's that? Is that okay? Can I like? I'm trying to like get into the business if that's a thing, and like, but you're a professional, and yeah." So
She smiles slightly, and like her makeup little kind of cracks a little bit in the smile, and she says, "Oh, that was lovely. You should do that
thank
again."
you. Yes, like right now.
Um. Yeah. She. Sorry, mind blank.
Fine.
She says. Yeah. It's great. It's great. You could certainly break into our business.
Wow, that means a lot. Thank you. I've been dreaming of this since I was 9. Yeah, to hear that is it means a lot. Yeah, I'm not trying to keep you, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna keep watching. I know I'm like a little older than some of the crowd, but this is really fun.
She smiles at you and says, I have to entertain a bit more, but on my next break we should talk more."
Yes, of course. I'd love to. I'll just be watching then, and I like sit down in between the children, try to like behind them because I don't want to block their sight or
Yeah.
anything. But I watch, and I'm probably as excited as like the smallest and loudest of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So that leaves us with Kelsey.
Yeah, so I think he's going to kind of wander over to Calbio. I was in here.
Yeah.
And
The guy who's getting elevated.
Yeah. Just going to introduce himself. I think it's appropriate to call you Sir Calbio, albeit the formalities are not yet done. I'd like to offer my congratulations for your impending elevation. I hope you're not being overwhelmed so far this evening.
Oh wow. I mean, this is my first time in the big city. It's amazing. You got plumbing. That's great.
Yes, indeed. Yes, plumbing when it works. Yes. Yes. Perhaps a little advice. I'm sure you'll settle in fine. Just remember to breathe. Try not to appear too flustered, even if you feel that way.
He
There are people who might wish to take advantage of you if they see that you are flustered.
He starts inhaling very deeply and like obviously, and says, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's good advice. I mean, I'm pretty good at weaving, but all this fancy stuff, wow."
Yes, I'll confess I'm a little out of practice myself. Just returned, yes, 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 breathe, relax, and try not to agree to anything that makes you uncomfortable. I think that's important.
Okay. So you don't need to do a check to influence him. Showing any interest in him whatsoever gets you all the benefits.
Oh.
So yeah. Also now he will follow you everywhere.
Okay. Excellent.
I should have done that. That would have been. Because he's the new kid. It's so easy to influence him. He just transferred.
Good puppy.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that's the round then.
Yeah. So has that been 3 or 4? I think that's been 3, right? Since the last time, since the speech.
Yes, it's been. I think
Yeah.
it's only been 2 since the speech.
Two since the speech.
No,
No, 3.
3
it's
since
been
the speech.
three since the speech because I
Yeah.
spoke to the servant, I then did the wine, and now I've done the stealth. So yeah,
Yeah.
3.
Okay, great. That means there's one more before the next event, which I won't tell you what it is yet. But yeah, so next round. Who do we want to start with this time?
You can always roll a d5.
think-
Yeah, that's true.
I think mine's easy. I'm just watching and listening and spying.
Yeah, do we want to do that? You can do a perception check.
Nice.
Nice. All right. So where's he gone? You overhear someone asking High Strategist Pythareus if it's true that the wedding between him and the princess is back on. He brushes it aside, but that's what they ask.
Can I discern like his response to that? Like whether it's not important or he's trying to keep it quiet or something like that, or
He kind of laughs it off a bit. Like he says no, but then kind of no, nothing of the sort.
What was the question?
If the wedding between him and Princess Eutropia is back on.
Oh.
and any sign of deception going on there?
You can't tell.
Alright, cool.
There
Guess we
was
done.
actually I don't know, so I'm not drawn. Actually, I'm just not gonna write that down because so I wouldn't know. Okay.
Okay.
Over in the atrium, I think Nita was also going to go and kind of follow along while Caitlin is spying. She's going to go and approach the general and try to go and talk. She goes and bows, Your Excellency, High Strategos. You are a man of great talent, from what I hear, and an accomplished commander. I was hoping to have a moment of your time to discuss some opportunities that may interest a military mind such as yours.
He raises an eyebrow. Continue.
Well, you may be aware of my father's work, Zukrir Smoke. He is indisposed presently, but we have always been very interested in the practical utility of magic, and having seen the state of the Towden army and the struggles to maintain imperial dominance, I believe there is potential to utilize and develop a doctrine of battle magic, of utilizing the arcane of the battlefield that I wish to discuss with one as esteemed as you, the potentials for utilizing these talents in our glorious empire's legions. And I want to kind of see if I can influence him by selling him the idea of imperial battle magic, or the idea of bringing wizards into the military.
Okay. Yeah, are you angling for Arcana here?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Let's see. Come on.
Ooh. Nice. So he hums and says, "You do raise a good point, and your people are known for their military abilities, so I will acknowledge this. The magical abilities of our armies have been neglected, unfortunately. This is true. we certainly should continue to work on our strategic powers.
In this context, she looks more hobgoblin-y than ever as she kind of, bows and scrapes a little bit, but keeping this very militaristic poise. If I could draw your attention to a few opportunities I've seen, the logistical system could be vastly expanded in these. And she starts going on to a thing about conjuration-based logistics system. Yeah, that's my round.
Nice. All right. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, I can go. So I think Sir Kelsey and with his
New friend.
sidekick. I think we'd move into the library, and I think we'd just again just do that kind of general sort of influence the room. So he's kind of just trying to sort of do a bit of milling around, talking to people, just kind of getting a sense of everything really.
Yeah.
Who's who, how they're finding the evening, etc. And obviously a little bit of a take the opportunity to introduce Calbio to them. Good day, good evening, gentlemen, and Viscountess. I trust you're enjoying the ambience of the library. Please allow me to present our guest of honor for this evening, Calbio of Breezy Creek.
Duke Leonard Sentimus seems to kind of frown a bit when you do so. And Calbio waves at everyone, just kind of sheepishly.
Okay, so I think I'd be kind of then make a bit of a beeline to the Duke to try and sound him out after the general schmoozing.
Yeah. So were you going to influence the Duke this round, or influence the room?
So it was influence in the room this round.
Okay.
And then next round we'll zero in on the Duke.
Okay. Okay, let's have a double check. Alright, nice. So yes, that is a success. Alright. Very nice. Yeah, so you can have a bit of discussion with the people in the archives, the Imperial Archives, and yeah, you hear about how, you hear some people discussing about how the Senate has been rebuilt hundreds of times over the centuries. Or dozens of times, more like, but yeah.
So must have some interesting catacombs and such like below then, I would imagine.
Alright. And that brings us to Cyril and Forgorum, I think. Either of you want to go first?
You go first. You haven't done anything in a long time.
You might still be muted.
Oh yeah, you there?
Sorry, still running messages, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oops. The next message is no, actually, this time you don't have this round. You don't have any message to deliver.
Oh, Okay.
So, you can influence people. Who do you want to
I'm
influence
gonna
or talk to?
entertain. I think I might try and entertain the children as an influence. Because why
Alright.
not? If there's some chairs and that, I'd like to just start juggling some chairs, like full-blown chairs, because I'm strong enough to.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You see how high I can stack them on my hand, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Holy hell.
Do you want to do a performance check
Not really,
then?
but why not?
Okay.
He's got
I've
the
got
strength
some
for
bloody.
it, not the ability.
Ah.
That's all right. Let me just hero point this
Mhm.
because I've got them to burn.
Mhm.
That's better.
That's better.
Hey.
Alright. Where's the gallery gone? Alright. The children are very impressed. As are some of the adults. With Silka widens her eyes at you and then smiles.
You end up impressing the court jester this whole time. Just
Mhm.
ignore any of the. We'll get a really powerful ally there.
Yeah, probably
gonna-
actually.
I'm gonna ask Basilka if they would like a shoulder ride.
She giggles and says, "Oh, no, I'm fine."
Don't tempt me to go the other way then, but I won't.
Is she a halfling?
Yeah, she's a halfling. This is another art I have for her.
Cool.
It concerns me that you have art of her, which makes me think: is the jester going to end up being important?
He's gonna be the evil.
Yeah, the big
That's
bad,
easy.
the BVG was the jester the whole time.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's me done.
Okay. So Cyril.
Yeah. I mean, she did say that we should talk again when she's on a break, so I'm waiting.
Yeah, you can talk to her again.
Yeah. Or actually, maybe. I wonder if I want to talk to her or if I want to talk to Countess Abrielle Pace.
Mm.
But no, I told the. Actually, yeah, no. While she is performing, I'm just gonna walk over to the Countess and try to strike up a conversation with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Countess was one of the people who Martella wanted discovered. So it's Martella wanted you to find out whether she supported Eutropia in the bid to end agnatic primogeniture, and if so, why or why not?
Okay. I guess I'll try that. Like I strike up a conversation. I talk about the children and how nice it is to see them have fun. And
So yeah, you can try and influence her first, and then later on do a sense motive with perception.
but I can also
So it would be like influence to set her up as like put her at ease kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably how I'm gonna do it.
All right. Would you like to do diplomacy, or would you like to
Yeah.
do something else?
I think diplomacy is the safest bet if I don't know anything about her. And yeah, I just talk to her how nice it is here, that the gallery has so many pretty pictures and stuff like that. Just harmless, but I'm gonna hero point that. It's hard to be even worse.
Okay. Yeah. Where am I looking at? Yeah, here. Yeah, so she seems She seems very kind. Not kind, sorry, like amenable. That's the word. Very agreeable. And yeah, she words have left me. She chats with you for a little while. Then yeah. She's wearing like ridiculous clothing, by the way. Very
Wait.
fancy.
I compliment her on that.
She compliments you on your dress as well.
Thank you very much. I've been kind of waiting for this. It's very nice to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Color
does
is the
look
dress?
very fancy. She's like having, like, her glasses have like a gold thingy. Yeah, she looks cool.
I'm so
like-
tempted to get one of those for my glasses, but I feel like I'll just look like a librarian.
Yeah, but it's cool, like a cool librarian. I really like your makeup and your hairdo. It's done very professionally. Have you done that yourself?
Of course
right?
not. No.
Yeah, that needs multiple people, I'd assume. It's amazing.
I'm flattered, she says. Alright. Yeah. I think that was everyone, but correct me if I'm wrong.
I do believe so, yeah.
So, what's gonna happen next is you're all going to right, I scroll past it. Receive a telepathic message from Martella Lothied via your badges. She asks if you would join her in the gallery.
That's not hard for me.
If you would excuse me, Your Excellency. And she's going to head up. I'm trying to go on for a bit longer, but I know people have to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, finishing soon would be good. So Kelsey would kind of leave Calbio speaking with the Viscountess. So I shall return in a moment.
He looks heartbroken, but yeah.
Oh.
Alright.
So after
during
Nida leaves, I wait for a couple of minutes and just like keep blending in a bit and stuff like that, and then break off myself and head there.
Yeah.
But intentionally leaving that break there so it doesn't look like we're moving
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. I do hope that if there is still time at the ball, I think she's going to. I do want, as a player, I think it'd be fun to see her to see Nita beef with the Lothieds if we could find them.
There is definitely lots of time left, so don't worry about that.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. So you join Martella in the gallery, and she's grinning and clapping as she watches one of the jugglers, but as she sees you all arriving, she kind of composes herself and looks mysterious again. And then she says, walk with me. And she heads off to a small sectioned off area where there's a pot of coffee and a curtained away area. And before she gives you your next mission, should we call it here for today?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
A good pausing point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so, yeah. Let me put you back on the landing page. So yeah, thank you for playing.
Thank you for jamming.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone who's watching.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will end the recording. Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.